I cannot believe that Soundcore keep producing products on this price range and constantly delivering really, really great quality. What's up, YouTube? Boy G here, back for another video. Today we're gonna check this AeroFit 2 from Soundcore, right? This is an open ear earbuds, right? And I've heard, I've watched, I've seen that this is kind of like the best open ear earphones right there, right? I don't know how you call it, open ear earbuds, right? TWS. But for some of you that loves Soundcore like I do, right, by Anker, you would know that Soundcore produce an absolute banger of products, right? Products after products, as a matter of fact. Every year they release absolutely really good product. So before we open it up, let's check the box real quick here. So again, Soundcore by Anker. This is high-res audio, of course, wireless. Bass Turbo IP55, which is a really, really high rating for sweat resistance there. Ooh, wireless charging, it says. In playtime is 10 hours on the buds, which is pretty high, right? For standard open ear earbuds. I think I'm actually looking forward, or I'm hoping to buy the lot cheaper one, which is the V20i, but that can only last around 6 hours. Now this one is 10 hours, and with the case, it will even last 42 hours, which is just absolutely bonker. Adjustable feet and reach sound, AeroFit 2, open ear, true wireless earbud, again, TWS. So let's check the feature here real quick. So that's how it looks. Of course, we're going to check it out later on. That's blue, right? The one that I got is blue here. Open ear comfort and customizable snug fit. So you do have adjustable, settings here. I think 4 adjustable setting. Enhanced situational awareness. Again, 10-hour playtime, 42 hours with charging case, and a 20 millimeter, which is wow, that is kind of big, right? 20 millimeter by 11.5 millimeter driver. So driver is not like a circle, like a traditional driver, but it's actually rectangular, like a racetrack driver. And the dimension is 20 millimeter by 11. So that will improve the bass, right? Of course, we're gonna check that out later on. Clear calls with 4 microphones and AI enhancement, of course, AI everywhere, and sweat, dust, and water resistant. All right, let me go ahead and check it out real quick here. By the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, consider subscribing. I unbox and test products like this, as it might help in your purchase decision. Right, again, I'm looking forward in using the V20. As a matter of fact, I'm about to purchase that, if I'm not mistaken. I even ordered one already and kind of like just canceled it when I saw this one. Now this is pretty old, right? Not really pretty old. I think 8 months, right? 9 months old. But this is the best of the best, right? So originally, Anker, right? Soundcore has AeroFit and then AeroFit Pro, right? The higher one. But I've heard that they dropped the AeroFit Pro and then they just created this AeroFit 2, right? Or AeroFit Pro. They dropped that and they just created this AeroFit 2, kind of like combining the forces of AeroFit Pro and AeroFit, making it better, and it's just AeroFit 2. So do not expect for an AeroFit Pro 2. This is it basically, right? So it's all in one. So you do have this pamphlet here. Again, these are the settings, as you can see. Air hook position guide, and you got that covered there. Now, for some of you that aren't really familiar with this kind of format, I was too, right? I think probably about a year ago, right? Several months ago, I've been using a lot of TWS, right? Earphones. I mean, I do have the Soundcore kind of dusty Liberty 3 Pro here. I also have the Liberty 4. But yeah, as probably we get older or something, it's quite annoying already for me to have an earbud that constantly piercing your ear, right? Hygienic purposes and other reasons. I don't like that anymore. So I'm actually glad that they managed to create something like this, right? Which is not intrusive. It's not gonna pinch your actual ear. So you do have USB Type-C as usual. Length is pretty short, right? It's probably 1.5. Yeah, very, very short. And let me see what else you've got in the box. Oh, I think there's nothing else, right? This is glued, and I hear nothing, so absolutely nothing else. You only get the USB there, and then nothing else. Now let's check the actual headphone here. So let me open this up. I love the color. It's like a metallic matte color, which is really, really good. Wow, this is actually thin, right? A lot thinner than traditional. This the Liberty 3 Pro. I have my Liberty Pro on my box, or Liberty 4 on my bag, but this is it. Blue color, and open that up. Ooh, inside. Oh, I thought it's not blue, but there's just some protective material right there. Let me remove those stuff. Make sure that they're charging. And voila. That's what you get. I love the material so much, although this is kind of like easily scratched, right? This is, of course, magnetic, as you can see. They don't fold that easily. But that is your Soundcore AeroFit 2. So they look like pills. I love the case so much. The material is like very, very premium. And oh, even the actual earbuds are very premium, I must say. All right, let me turn on the flash there so you can check it out. As you can see, very, very good material right there. This is very thin, right? Very comfortable, made out of liquid silicone. And yeah, just kind of like rubberized, so it's not going to slide or anything on your ear. Even the inside is softer and also matte. There's like two-tone there. Outside is a metallic. You have one microphone there, one microphone there, and for each, total of 4 microphones, right? That's like the AI noise cancellation microphone. So here you have the battery, right? The battery is separated from the actual buds, and here from the actual earpiece, you do have this here for noise cancellation, and the main speaker right here, right? It's also labeled left, right there, but this entire position is containing the 20 by 11.5 millimeter driver, so it's pretty big, and it will definitely create really, really good bass. All right, now I'm actually off to the gym right now, so let me go ahead, charge this up, right? And then I'm going to use this on a gym, and I'm going to use this for a couple of days, as a matter of fact, and then I will show you the application and if this is absolutely worth it. I'll be right back. All right, so right now I'm in a gym, very, very noisy environment. So as you can see, that is a gym, and I'm just right above a very, very noisy and busy street. So I'm using the microphone right now so you can test it out. This is the AeroFit 2. Just let me know down in the comments below if this is actually canceling noise, backward noise, so you can hear my voice well. I'm gonna capture using my phone's mic as well, so you can compare it. I'm using Galaxy S22 Ultra, so just to compare it. But again, mic test, mic test. This is the AeroFit 2 microphone. Switching now to my phone. Mic test, mic test. This is now my S22 or S25 Ultra, rather S25 Ultra microphone. So let me know down in the comments below if the microphone of the AeroFit 2 is substantially better, or at least in canceling external audio noise. Again, mic test, mic test. This is the AeroFit 2 microphone. Just let me know down in the comments below if this is actually canceling noise, backward noise, so you can hear my voice well. Let me just show you real quick the AI translation, right? The game changer for this. So you can see right even from the home, right, just from the outside, I do have Liberty 4 Pro as well. It says AI translation. You can actually go there right away, or just tap on the AeroFit 2, and it's going to be on the bottom, right, as you can see on the bottom there. Currently using LDAC, but yeah, you can launch it from outside. So if you launch it there, as you can see, it's working right away. Now, right now, I do have Japan, right, Japanese and English, and when you tap on the top, it just says their language versus yours, right? So essentially, left one is theirs, whoever you're speaking with, and then the right one is your own language. Now, you can do real time translation or just like press to talk, right? If you're kind of like, if you want to do that. Now, I don't have any Japanese friends or anything like that, but definitely we can do like an outgoing translation, right? So I'm gonna demo like press to talk. We'll talk in English and see if it's just gonna translate in Japanese real quick, right? Hey, how are you doing today? I'm Glenn, and nice to meet you.
こんにちは。今日はどうですか？私はグレンです。はじめまして。
See, just translate that right away. Just imagine that if you go to like Japan, right, and they can't understand you, just use that and you're good to go. And again, it's bi-directional, right? They can speak and this will listen, and it's going to play it back on your earphones, by the way, on the AeroFit 2 in English, right? So that is like the, I think that's the best usage of AI right now that I can think of, that I just really love, right? But that is amazing. Now you do have a lot of language, as you can see, that is Japan, but you do have Chinese, French, German, Spanish, Italian, Korean, Indonesian, and again, you have a lot, right? So that is really, really amazing. Legit, guys. This is legit. If you're skipping Soundcore because you think it's, it's not known or it's cheap, because a lot of people, even me personally, if I see that the product price is substantially lower than the most expensive one, Apple, Beats, and others like that, I will think it's subpar right away. It's, it has a bad quality, like a worse quality. But let me tell you this video is not sponsored by Soundcore, by the way, and to be honest, I have never been sponsored by Soundcore. So Soundcore, if you're watching this, baka naman, right? But just being honest to you guys, this is legit, right? I got this extremely cheap, right? From Lazada, from voucher, online malls like that. You can get this pretty cheap initially, right? I believe the price of this Soundcore AeroFit 2 is about 130 bucks, and then kind of like standardized at 99 bucks, 99 US dollars, which is still expensive, right, here in Philippines. But like I showed you, right now you can get this really cheap, 50 bucks, right? 60, 70, something like that. Just look for sales, voucher, and things like that. And I think this is really the best time to get this because of that AI translation that I showed you earlier, right? AI translation of this is just a game changer. It's just a game changer, guys, because it's difficult to explain, right? They just added it as a like a software capability on the app, but it's actually so much more because it's supporting a lot of language. And honestly speaking, for AI translation like that, you would know that companies, especially bigger companies, will actually charge you, right, premium for that. This is how it looks like, right? As you probably saw on my clips earlier. It's loud blue, right? It comes with different colors, right? White, black, the green, right? Kind of like, is it olive green? And then this blue one, this is the one that I've got. But yeah, again, the AI translation is just a game changer, guys, because it's live translation. It's really, really powerful, right? And it comes free, right, if you got this. So that only applies on this, kind of like their flagship earphone. And again, this is really cheap. So if you have this and you've been traveling, for example, or even in your work, like for me, for example, I work in a global company, and I have Korean, Japanese, right, different customers. And when they're speaking right now in Korean, I can now understand them because this will translate it and play it privately to me, so I can actually hear and understand what they're talking about, right? If you think about that, wearing this and then going to a foreign country like Korea, whatever country, it supports tons of language, as you saw, right? You will now understand all of a sudden what they're talking about. And I just like, it's almost like magic, right? Again, if you're gonna show it to 80 years ago, 50 years ago, they're gonna tell you you're nuts. But you get it for like what, $50, $60? It's absolutely bunker. Now, let me talk about sound quality, right? Again, sound quality of this is just amazing. I'm legitimately surprised, right? It's it's almost like mind-blowing to me to have that sound quality for such what I call this type of earphone, right? It's over the ear. It's not real like, you seal it inside. But let me tell you this: if you've been following the channel, of course, I already unbox and review a lot of earphones, headphones, right? As you can probably see, I don't know if you can see that. I have a couple of headphones there, headphones here. I think I just reviewed a Logitech. What's this, G77 or something like that. Headphones again. I'm not an audiophile, but I'm audio enthusiast, so my hearing is a little bit sensitive, right? I don't want lower quality or kind of like sibilant, disturbing quality. And I already expected on an open ear headphones like this, it's gonna be bad, particularly on bass. And let me tell you this is amazing. Liberty 3 Pro, right? 4, and then again a lot of headphones, they're sealed, so it's kind of like giving you an illusion, right? Maybe an illusion or like a feeling that it's better right away because they're canceling external audio, right? Especially the noise canceling ones, right? I also have a lot of noise canceling earphones. I even reviewed another one recently. So especially the one that has buds, right? The tips. So you're gonna insert it inside of your ear. They're gonna cancel like tons and tons of external noise, and then when they play back, it's just absolutely bliss, right? So it's really, really awesome. Now this one, it's open, you will hear a lot, so you might really dismiss really easily that the sound quality is not good or the bass not good, but you have to think about it. It's amazing, right? I was in the gym, as you probably saw in the clips earlier. I was in the gym and just playing this on 80%. I'm not even using the loudness equalization, right? There's a loudness equalization. It's just super loud, right? It's gonna rip my eardrums. But I just use 80% normal one on my S25 here. And then I even created a little bit of EQ preset, right? Pulling up a little bit of bass and treble there, but it's super good. As if you're gonna forget that you're wearing an over-the-ear earphones. It's as if you're wearing the original earphones, right? Sealing air or sealing your earbuds, but then you don't feel anything at all, right? Because you can even forget that you're actually wearing this because they're just so comfortable, right? That's the big deal about this. A couple of reasons, right? Why to choose this over others. I already checked a lot of over-the-ear headphones. I think this is the only one that I've seen that supports wireless charging, right? And that is premium. And again, I just got this for like, what, 60 bucks, right? 70? If budget is really constrained, right? Consider if you're tight on budget, you can actually get the V20i. I believe the V20i is pretty good. On my research, sound quality is pretty much the same. Not really the same, right? You might have that illusion because again, Soundcore produces really good sound quality. AeroFit 2 is just really premium sounding. If I can explain something to differentiate it to other headphones that I've got or over the ear particularly, it sounds premium, right? That's what I can tell. Punches above its price range, right? I cannot believe that Soundcore keep producing products on this price range and constantly delivering really, really great quality. I love this, right? Again, I can talk all day about this, but just get it, guys. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any suggestions, right? Any thoughts, any recommendation, right? Any questions. I always check my comments, so just go ahead and check it out. But yeah, these are legit, right? This is the Soundcore AeroFit 2. Again, it's not a sponsored video, but Soundcore, again, if you're listening, Black man. But that's all for today. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. As you've seen, I unbox and review, a couple of stuff like this, so it might help in your purchase decision. All right, so consider subscribing. But thanks so much for watching. That's all for today. Stay safe, guys, and see you on my next one. Peace.